Thank you for tuning in and welcome back, team. In today's episode of Homeowner Tips, you'll learn about a 12-point checklist for the first week in your new home. My name is Andrew Finney, your real estate geek. If you need help finding a top agent where you live, or if you simply want to drop me a line to say hello, my contact info is below. If you haven't already done so, please go ahead and subscribe to this channel now and like this video. Thank you. Okay, team, so let's talk about this. You just closed on your new home. There's so much excitement. You're getting ready to move in, and you're just in a flurry of anticipation of just getting into your new home, looking forward to getting everything set up, making the house your home, right? Well, there's 12 things that you want to do on this checklist in this video today that you want to take care of in the first 7 days of owning your new home. So let's go ahead and get into it. So the first thing that you want to do is actually get out a piece of paper, make your to-do list, and jot these down. So the first one is verifying all your utility accounts were transferred into your name for your new home. Now, ideally, transferring the utility accounts is something that you would have done about 7 days prior to closing to make sure that all your utilities are on. Now what you really want to do is you want to go back and verify that your electric is in your name, your natural gas, if it's applicable, is in your name, that your water is in your name, your sewer and your garbage services are in your name at a minimum. Make sure that you go ahead and get that done. So the second thing on your checklist to do is to rekey the locks. Now that might be something that you want to consider getting done right away, and go ahead and schedule that whenever you're getting ready to close, so they come out either that first day that you close or the very next day to go ahead and rekey it. We don't know how many people might have the key from the previous owner. That's why it's really smart when you close to go ahead and have your home rekeyed to make sure that you know who has access to your brand new home. So the third thing that you want to do on your checklist is actually plan for cleaning. Now, planning for cleaning is a lot easier to do before you move all your stuff in your home. Now, I know that you're super excited to get into your new home, but if you can just slow down just a couple moments and either hire a professional service to go in and deep clean the house, or go over there yourself and do that before you move your stuff in, you'll be thanking yourself about the time you put your first couch into your living room. So the fourth thing that you want to do is, if you're considering repainting any of the bedrooms, any of the house, get that done while it's empty. It's a lot easier to paint an empty house than to try to paint around the furnishings that you put in, and then, you know, maybe you hung up some pictures, you hung up some artwork or something. Now you got to take all that down, you got to patch it up, and then you got to paint. It's a lot easier to paint with an empty room as opposed to dealing with bulky furniture. So go ahead and make that plan in preparation now if that's something that you want to do. Whether you're going to be using professional painters or if you're going to be doing it yourself, go ahead and plan it out ahead of time, okay? Now the fifth thing on your checklist is to make sure that you filed with the USPS for your change of address. Again, that's another thing that you would ideally do about 7 days prior to closing, but just in case it slipped your mind when you were getting ready in that hustle to go sign your final closing documents, let's make sure that you get your mail on time and make sure that it's going to you by filing for that change of address today, okay? So then the sixth thing is, if you bought in an HOA community, you want to make sure that you have your HOA information. During the closing process, your agent should have given you what was called a resale package, which is a copy of your CC and Rs that govern your community. Go ahead and put them into your homeowner journal. Now that's the first point that we're making in this video, where I'm referencing the homeowner journal. Go ahead and get that started, because in the next few tips that we're going to go over today, there's going to be 4 more items that you want to add to that homeowner journal. You want to make that binder. Just go get a binder and throw your homeowner documents inside of it so that you have it, you know where it is, and you can refer back to it as you own your home and you have questions about what the HOA does allow, doesn't allow, and processes for the HOA, okay? So let's go ahead and get that done. So then the seventh thing is file your closing documents. So you just closed, you have all your documentation right there, you're getting ready to move, or maybe you've already moved in, right? You want to make sure that you don't lose your closing documents to your new home. That goes, guess what? That goes right back into that homeowner journal. So let's make sure that you go ahead and put that in your homeowner journal so that you have one, because next tax season, your accountant or your tax advisor would like to see those documents to see if there's a tax credit they can give you. Let's keep track of those in your homeowner journal. Put everything in one place that you know where it is, safe, secure. Maybe you have a safe, put it in there. If you have an office, put it in there. And I'm talking about a home office, not a work office, a home office, okay? So then the eighth thing is to actually break out that home inspection report again, put it into your homeowner journal. See the theme here? Break out that home inspection report. See what repairs were completed by the seller whenever you bought your house, and go through the rest of those things. Likely, very likely chances are that there's a lot more stuff in there that are kind of like honeydew items, if you will. It'd be really, really prudent to go ahead and start charting a path on completing all of those honeydew items, whether it's changing out an electrical outlet or changing out a sprinkler or something like that. Then you want to go ahead and make sure that you plan that out now ahead of time so that you can plan and budget for what you need to do to your new home. Put that inside your homeowner journal. Okay. So then the ninth thing is if you bought a house that didn't have window coverings, that's probably something that you're really going to want to do. Number one, you're going to get some privacy out of those window coverings. That's going to be very helpful. But number two, you're actually going to get some energy savings out of good window coverings if you're able to block out the sunlight coming into your home. Your AC will have an easier time of keeping your new home cool. Okay, so go ahead and get those window coverings up. It's going to make your home look beautiful. It's going to be to your taste, and it's what's going to help transition your house to your home as you make it your own. Okay, so then the 10th thing that you want to take a look at is it's time to take care of the yard. Go ahead and turn on all the sprinkler systems. Learn where all the sets are. If the sprinkler system doesn't have written down next to it, or on a piece of paper stuck next to the control panel, right? If you don't have it written down yet, which set goes to where in the yard, go ahead and identify that and write it down so that you know. Make a copy of that, and guess what? Put it in your homeowner journal so that you always know which sets go where for your sprinkler system. As you're checking your sprinkler system, verify that there's no leaks in the irrigation system. Also verify that if you need to change out any sprinkler heads, that you go ahead and do so now. The other thing that you might want to consider are smart watering systems or smart irrigation sprinkler systems. They make them, they're very accessible and easy to get over at Lowe's or Home Depot or any home store essentially. Go ahead and look and see if there's if you have like a set of 10 sprinklers that go off in one section, can the job be done better and with less water with maybe 2 or 3? If you can identify that in a way to do that, that's going to help you save on your water bill and keep your landscape looking beautiful. So then the 11th thing is not to embark on any major renovations right away. Live in your new home for at least 6 to 12 months before you start embarking on major renovations like a kitchen remodel or a master bathroom remodel or something like that. Make sure that you live in your new home for a little while to see what the idiosyncrasies of your new home are, and see if there's something that might pop up from a home maintenance perspective, or see if there's something else after you've lived in your home that you would do differently now that you've actually lived there. You might have this grand, beautiful vision of what you want to do to the kitchen and how it's going to be perfect, but you really won't know until you live in there and you flow in the house. And then you might find yourself thinking, you know, I'm glad I waited, because yes, that first idea that I had for that stunningly beautiful kitchen that I wanted to redo is still really good, but now I'm thinking that I want to tweak it just a little bit, having lived in the house. Maybe you notice that a position into entertainment could be a little bit more open concept if that's what you like, and there's a better way of doing it, whereas to begin with, you might not have originally thought of that. So it's something to think about, something to consider, and guess what? Add those visions and those desires to your home renovation project inside your homeowner journal, okay? So then that brings us around to the full circle to the 12th point, which is keeping track of your major home expenditures. Now, ideally, you're going to keep track of your home maintenance, your home improvements, and any other large expenditures. Let's say that you need to replace the roof, or you need to replace the AC, or you need to replace the water heater, water softener, whatever, right? Or water filtration system. Keep track of all those expenditures inside your homeowner journal, along with the receipts for those services and improvements that you've made, and also the expenditures thereof, okay? So this has been a really quick video about a 12-point checklist for the first week in your new home. Tell me which one of these points is most impactful for you, and which one you're going to use today in the comment section below. Was it actually verifying that your utility accounts are turned on and in your name? Or was it maybe point 2 when we're talking about rekeying the locks? Or perhaps it was circling over to the 11th point, which was wait until you renovate, okay? Wait till you renovate. That way you have enough time to make sure that's what you want to do, okay? Tell me about it in the comment section below. I'm going to go ahead and pop up my contact information. If you want to drop me a line to say hello, my contact info is on the screen and down below. Love to hear from you. And lastly, if you haven't already done so, please go ahead and subscribe to this channel now, like this video, and share it around with someone you know is going to be able to help. Thank you for watching this video today, team. In between now and next time, I'm wishing you and yours a lifetime full of love, wealth, abundance, and happiness. See you soon.